My name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our show. It's great to be back here on Tipsy Tuesday. Say hello to Mr. HP. He is, of course,
hi, everybody.
My partner in crime running the show.
Hi, everybody.
Happy to be home.
Wait, where's my applaud?
And those of you that are new here, make sure you follow our page if you're watching on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button because we have lots of content for you every week.
Sorry,
no matter, rain or shine.
There's going to be just a little delay right now.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, we got this new situation, and it's
new technology.
Yeah, and it's hard to test when you can't go live and blah, 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 whatever. We know,
He's
folks.
making excuses ahead of time, everybody. But
we know.
We do appreciate you being here. We can't hear you.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
No, we hear you now.
Oh. You couldn't hear me?
Yeah, sorry, folks.
So do I need to start everything over?
If you want to. Some people would appreciate it, but you know.
Oh, my goodness. Well, welcome to the show, everybody.
Hearts, face.
Hearts, thumbs up. We appreciate it. Stick around till the end of the show. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And say hello to your friends. Yay! Tell us where you're tuning in from.
Just blame it on me, Mr. HP.
New technology. He got a new little gadgets in the house. So, yeah. First time using them, right?
Let us know if it sounds good that you can hear.
Yes. Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
That is funny. Everybody thought it was their system.
No, it's us. It's me.
It's us.
It's me, folks. It's me.
Well, welcome to Tipsy Tuesday. It's a great day. We are just days away from our retreat. On the set today, I have my brand new Gigi quilt that I just finished. Because we have our Gigi class, Stripology Quickies class coming up. And behind you, what do you have behind you today, Mr. HP?
I tell you, but right now, Joey. Oh, there's.
There you are. Can you put it on the full screen?
I could.
Yeah, that would be good.
Hold
so
on.
you can see. It's the Saga quilt.
There it goes.
Well, it's always good to have some hiccups, right? Because you learn from it, right? If we didn't have hiccups, you wouldn't be able to fix them.
Yeah.
So let's start off mentioning our giveaway that we're going to have at the end of the show. So last week, the giveaway question was, what color or color palette are you drawn to right now? And lots of answers, lots of great answers. It's really fun because it just reminds us that as quilters, you know, we all like different things. We're drawn to different things. And that's what makes the world go round, everybody. Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of quilting. We can all do things a little bit differently to make it joyful for our own selves or to make somebody else happy. And our winner is, sir?
Drum roll, please.
Mary Gookins. Congratulations, Mary. $25 gift card is yours. Just email us at help@gequiltdesigns.com and we'll get you that gift card right away. And Mary said, I love jewel tones, teal, green, blue, and purple. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
All the time.
That is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Hey, just let us know in the comments if it seems like it's delayed, if her voice seems, because it's delayed for me, but it might not be for you guys.
Okay.
So
tell us in the comments.
Let us know if everything's good.
Gotta fix things. You know, you
up,
never know.
Thumb sideways. It's kind of okay.
No thumbs down. We don't like thumbs down.
All right.
I wanted to talk about, I've been a little absent the past few days. I was just on a trip to Europe, 10 days gone. mainly the main reason for the show, for the trip, was to go to the H&H Cologne show in Cologne, Germany. So this is the European, or I should say worldwide version of the show that we have, H&H Americas, in Chicago in beginning of May. So it's a trade show for the trade only, not open to the public, and it was phenomenal. Inspiration galore. So it's for all the soft handcrafts. So we had knitting and sewing, needlework. We had quilting, sewing, clothing, and all kinds of stuff. And it was just fantastic. Those of you that have been watching the shows this past week probably saw some videos and some photos of mine. So we'll talk more about that, and I'm happy to answer any questions. But should we do the tip of the day first, or should we talk about more about the trip?
Well, you just talked about the trip. You might as well
Okay.
just
All right.
stay with that.
Well, I think I showed you all of my photos, or at least most of them. So I always, one of the things that I do love, I think you all know, I'm quite the foodie and love to try different foods, especially if I'm in different parts of the world. So I was traveling with two great friends in the industry, Michelle from Palmer Printing, who they print all of our books and some patterns and things for us. And then I was traveling with Doug Alico from Antler Quilt Designs, and we were kind of the three musketeers hopping all over Europe, and we both have the same love for food and drinks, and so it was really a great team. So we started off in Amsterdam. Our direct flight took us there, so we decided to spend a couple of days. And what do you do in Amsterdam when you land in Holland? Of course, you find a cheese place. To get some Dutch cheese is, of course, extraordinary. So we had this, went to this amazing cheese restaurant. It was like cheese and wine. And they had, you know how they have sometimes like the sushi train restaurants? They had a cheese train. So they had a little conveyor belt of cheeses. Nice. But we just ordered a big board. And then, of course, that evening we went to, I found this really cool bar, or a cocktail bar that had custom, very custom cocktails. It was called Belly of the Beast. It was a tiny little place, but a cool place, cool vibe. So we got some great drinks there. For breakfast the next day, we found, of course, we're in Europe, a great bakery that had, I had my shakshuka for breakfast. That was delicious. And
Then another drink.
This was later on that evening. It was a cool, really cool bougie bar, I should say, with a lot of unique drinks. So they start us off with these beautiful tulip glasses and a little taste of their signature, but we had some spectacular cocktails there. They were all very much science kind of themed, and so it was very cool. And look at those coasters. They were like buttons. So clever. I kind of almost took them with me. Clever. We had some Italian food that night, and we were quite impressed with the menus. You would have been able to see these without your glasses, honey.
Man, I need those all the time.
I know. It was great. So Italian food. And then the morning before leaving Amsterdam, we had to get their specialty, these little mini puffy pancake things, and it was like caramel, and oh my gosh, so yummy. And those thin Dutch pancakes as well. So from there we headed to Brussels, and I don't know if you knew this, but Brussels is kind of known for their mussels and garlic. And so yeah, so that was delicious. Never would have thought of it. So we started off at a place called the Lobster House, which was very much recommended, and then had some seafood, had lobster, had paella. Look at that. Oh, it was delicious. Delicious. Some good paella and lobster and mussels. And then that evening, we just thought sitting on a corner, watching the world go by, people watching, and they made these amazing espresso martinis. And of course, we had stopped at multiple chocolate shops in Brussels, Belgium, to get some great Belgian chocolate. And those were eaten up that night. That was our dessert. Breakfast the next morning, amazing place for breakfast. And just, they call it their extra soft buns. Visit a bakery as well for a little late breakfast and lunch. And then it was pizza night that night. Before heading to Cologne, Germany, for where the show was, our first night there, I was craving Indian food. There's so many great Indian restaurants in Europe, and so we found an amazing one called Kama Sutra. It was just good food. And that night we found, I found this bar, like a hole in the wall, this jazz bar, pretty much the owner working behind the bar. And he had just his vinyl records and he was just playing. And it was just kind of being in somebody's living room. It was great.
That's
it
more
was
like a basement.
It's like a no windows. It wasn't a basement, but it was no windows, just cool posters and stuff on the walls.
Everybody's basement back in the day had a vibe like that.
Right?
Bar and
It just felt like that. And it was really, really fun.
That's
of course, walking around the city, we're on the bridge overlooking. Our Airbnb buildings are kind of in the background there, but
nice.
And then our last night, we had some great food in Cologne, including one really amazing restaurant that was a tapas, and then we finished it off with beautiful Italian place overlooking the river, the Rhine River, and the big Cologne Dom. So it was a great trip. So that's my food portion of the trip. I mean, fabric and crafts and food. Can't get any better than that. So
I wonder why I wasn't there.
well, you had that chance to come with us. You pretended to be real busy.
I was really busy.
But so now that I've gotten you all hungry, I'm sorry, but I got some really good chocolates. We went and made some chocolate at a chocolate factory in Brussels. We have some truffles. We made bars of chocolate, putting stuff in it, and these little things with a little bit darker chocolate, and we could put whatever. So this is my extra treats for a retreat coming up. Of course, you can't leave the Netherlands without some stroopwafels.
Whoa.
So these amazing things are like two crispy, thin layers of a waffle with caramel in between.
Yeah.
Dangerous. So we got a couple of these to last us through retreat coming up.
Those will be gone.
But yes, it was really great. I got some Dutch gin for you too. Where a very old Dutch gin. They call it Gingiber.
I'm gonna be tore up.
Gingiber, yes. But it was a great trip, and I'm sure I'll be showing you some more things, some of my little purchases and things.
Maybe you'll take me next time.
In.
Maybe you'll take me next time.
Maybe, maybe.
I was holding down the fort, Diane. That's right.
Yes, you were.
I was holding the fort down.
Getting ready, everything ready.
Yeah.
But let's dive into our show, starting with our tip of the day. So this is our third segment of taking a classic block and stripologizing it. So here is our third block. Let's take a look. This block is called Windmill, first published in 1877. Now let's break this block down, and you can see right away it is a classic 4-patch block, and the units are all right triangles, which means this is what we call a combination block. So 2 smaller triangles and 1 larger. The adjustments based on the sizes, take a look at our worksheet where we have a space for you to color in whatever colorway you want your block to be. And then we have instructions for a 10-inch, 8-inch, and 6-inch block. Of course, you could try different sizes because this is a simple conversion. So the combination unit used for a 10-inch block would make a 5-inch finished unit. So 4 of them is needed for the full block. And then this is, of course, finished sizes, so make sure you adjust to that. You can find the conversion for the combination units on page number 10.
here we have the combination blocks, 4 units. This method will make actually a mirror image unit, but you will notice here that we need that gold to be on the same side each time. So that is an easy transition. Let me show you how that is easily done. So for our size here that I demonstrated with a 10-inch block, I would need 5-inch finished combination units. So I would start with the 2 colors that are the smaller triangles. And I have my squares here cut for the smaller triangles. And then I would need 2 squares that are for the large triangle. So I have my 3rd color here with the 2 larger squares. In order to manipulate where we want the colors in the combination units, that is easy. Instead of cutting and sewing right away, I actually just go ahead and cut all of my units that are for the smaller triangles right away. You want to cut them into that square into quarters. So I'm just going to cut them both ways here. And my first step is to piece them exactly like the units that I need them to be. So with that gold on the left side, I'm just going to start by piecing these together like this. So I end up with a triangle, 4 larger triangles that have that exact combination. And from there, I would take my larger triangles, just cut them once in half, and sew that to the bottom. And then you will repeat that 4 times. Once you have this sewn, you trim this to the perfect size, which we, for the 10-inch block, would be a 5.5-inch square. So finishing at 5 inches. Here is how this block would look in a quilt. This is a classic horizontal layout. What is unique, you'll see the spinning windmill paddles in the rose color. They kind of connect, and then you have this beautiful gold on-point square lurking in the background. I like that unique look. And if you wanted to put this block on point, here is what the difference would be. You'll see that those squares are no longer on point. They are squared up, so more you can see those triangles, those rose triangles coming out kind of like hourglass blocks. If you wanted to, you could actually switch the coloring of this block. I have a version here where we put the inside of the pinwheel in a light color and the colors on the outside. So make sure you just have some fun playing with the coloring and making the quilt that you make unique.
So there it is, our 3rd classic block. So this is a very simple one and especially easy to do if you stripologize it, because having it really nicely squared up is just going to make everything so much easier. So check it out, try it if you want to, and I really love how it looks. And I think, you know, I showed it just a simple horizontal layout. It has so much interest because that inner square becomes an on-point square, and it would be gorgeous just being super scrappy. So I think it'd be cool.
Yeah,
cool,
sure.
cool. Now, speaking of, you know, my travels through Europe, and those of you that have traveled with me on tours before know that I am always looking for unique things and drinks and food and all that. That is kind of my goal. So I wanted to just remind you, we are doing a trip to London and Birmingham and the English countryside, the Cotswolds, this summer. So check that out on our website. We're not quite full. We're almost there. And the great part about it, I heard so much about the Birmingham Quilt Festival on my trip this time and at H&H that it is going to be the best one yet, the largest one yet. It is the largest consumer show outside, well, in Europe for sure. And somebody said even outside of the US. So that is very interesting to me. I'm very excited to see it. There will be lots of friends of mine in the industry vending there. So guess what? We got some inside scoops, some special things that might be happening.
What?
for the tour group. So we're very excited. But I wanted just to mention we are going to be purchasing our tickets to the Birmingham show for those that are registered for the trip. So if you are thinking about joining us, don't hesitate. Hop on in sooner than later because we want to be able to get those day passes or 2-day passes to the show.
Let's go.
I know. It's so exciting. I can't wait to see it. So I've been wanting to go to that show for a long time, and just hearing how it's grown and evolved is really exciting for me to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dive into one of our newest things. So of course you guys know that we've been running the Quickies Club, Stripology Quickies Club. Now we are almost halfway through our year. Can you believe it?
What?
Yeah, so we started with Lilo, and then Skylar, that was last year. And then, January 1st was the Savannah quilt. And now we've done Anna and Elsa. Everybody has those classes. So that's 5.
Uh-huh.
And so the 6th class is coming up, and that makes it halfway.
Wow.
So very excited. Now available is the Gigi Individual Class. So if you just wanted to purchase one class, now of course those of you that bought the whole program will have this automatically. But the video class individually is now available for purchase. Now you won't have anything but your fabric requirements, a little info sheet to start with, and the prep video and some of the other files, the pattern and stuff will be in your account on March 26th, and the full video class on April 9th. Here's a couple of my Gigi's, and I have the 3rd one hanging behind me. This one is made out of Things Above bundle, and the one behind me is out of Melrose. I really love how that one turned out.
Beautiful.
Yes. And so it's really a fun quilt, super quick to make. And so just give you some tips in the class and some variations that you can play with maybe. So looking forward to that. So check that out if you were interested in buying that as an individual class. Now, I would love to hear in the comments how much you are loving the Quickies Club. It's just great to see you all posting your photos of the different ways you're utilizing those classes and making some really great quilts.
Good job, everybody. Good job.
But I think we should talk a little bit about our retreat coming up this week. We have been anxiously waiting for this event. We wait for it every year, and now we're counting down. So all of the boxes have been shipped out. We had some stragglers to get out this morning, but they were, I think, all from session 2. And so if you are anxiously waiting for your box, just let's keep our fingers crossed. There's not much that we can do at this point, but we made sure that all the FedEx deliveries were supposed to be delivered way before the deadlines. But of course, it's out of our hands, unfortunately. But I think everything will make it. I wanted to let everybody know that are receiving boxes and participating in retreat, whether it's session 1 or session 2, please let's keep our mouths shut about what is in the box. I will be doing a little reveal on Friday on our Happy Friday show or in between retreats because we want everybody to have the same surprise when they receive their box. So you can post a photo of what's the outside. You can tell us how excited you are about the things we're doing and which places we will be visiting on our G-Easy Soul Plane. There is in your retreat booklet in the box, there is a list of things that should be in your retreat box. There was one miss in there, just letting everybody know if you were participating in retreat. There was on the list was quilt labels. Don't kill yourself looking for them because they're not in there. That was a typo in there. You will be receiving some PDFs and I'll explain all about it. The reason being I didn't want to print quilt labels because we have so many versions of the retreat quilt. You can make one big one, you can make 2 small ones, or you can make a couple of different versions of it that have different names. So I didn't want to spend money on, I didn't want to waste. I didn't want to waste and make 5 labels and maybe you would only use one. So
that makes sense.
We're going to customize it with your own PDF, and then you can customize it however you want. So we'll talk about that during retreat. But unfortunately, it accidentally got into the booklet. But but that was it. And keep those treats under lock and key. I know it's hard. But we've got some really great places to visit. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and
fun.
very excited about lots of people doing their first retreat with us.
It's exciting.
It's the best. It's the best time ever. So if you have any questions regarding retreat, now is the time to ask them. Just remember, don't be specific on the things that we're doing. You can ask me general questions. Everybody in session 1 now should have access to my cutting video and the cutting instructions for the kit for the fabrics in your box, and then you will receive the full pattern right before, a day before, so on Thursday morning, and then some. Very exciting.
Wowza.
Okay, so I don't think we have any question.
Just some comments.
Yeah. Somebody said they were weak. They broke into one of their treats after a long day at work. We understand. Just keep them away from other family members.
I'm going to tell.
Oh, you're putting her on blast. Okay, so keep them away from family members, though. These are yours, okay? Yours. Hide them. You can share, of course, but
Let's hide hers. Smart.
yes. Oh, now, great job, Colette. I heard that there was a family member that snuck them away every time she got her box. So we figured out ways to hide them.
Good work.
Okay, Marilyn says she got her box yesterday, hasn't opened it because she was unsure of what to do. You can open them, definitely open them. Check everything in there. If you want to pre-treat your fabric and do your cutting beforehand, you can do that. If you don't, it's okay. We got 3 full days, and this quilt does not need to be finished in 3 full days. Tell you that.
True that.
Probably won't be. So just know that from the start. All right. Lots of comments on getting their box. Did my treats ever make it to the opening ceremony? Maybe, maybe not. I love that. Love that. Yeah, we have an opening ceremony. Yes, every morning. Every morning of retreat, we do an opening ceremony.
Yep.
It's just fun, So very much looking forward to these next few days. Our retreat first session kicks off Friday morning. We still are going to have a Happy Friday show in the middle of retreat. And then we go through Sunday. We got a couple days off, and then we kick right back in Wednesday next week for
That's
the
right.
session 2. So, and those of you that are joining retreat, if you didn't get, there's also a PDF in your account right now with all of the Zoom links, and also a link to our Facebook group, our special Stripology Retreat Facebook group. If you haven't done so yet, find that, join it, and make sure you find your order number when you join, because you have to punch that in just to speed up the process of joining in. It's really fun. Go into that group. Everybody's posting about which session they're in, if this is their first, second, third,
Playlist
fourth.
is coming.
Playlist is coming. Everybody's getting an email tomorrow with a link to the playlists, plural.
Listises.
Yes, playlists. There's multiple playlists.
Yeah,
we did last year, we had 3 different themes for each of the visits, so there's going to be multiple playlists. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Anything else? Any Linda's first retreat? Yay! Very good. Very good. Pam says she unfortunately can't hide the treats from herself. I see how that can be a tough one.
Yeah, we
I
get
can't
that.
either. This is why I always have the warehouse send me double or triple of all the treats.
We get that. We understand.
We understand, yes. But that is, sustenance. We have to make it through, right?
True.
Okay, I am so excited to be touching some fabric for the first time in a while. We have a beautiful new line that I have been really waiting for because I have a quilt planned out of it. This one is a Moda line by Gingiber called Bee Garden. And I know I'm not the only one at GE that's been waiting for this one. Our very own Julie is a beekeeper, so she has been just waiting for this gorgeousness. So in the bundle, I chose to just stick with very typical bee-themed colors. So we have 4 blacks and darks, and then we have the 4 beautiful light fabrics, and then gold. So it's a nice balance. We have this all over floral. I just love the fabrics, and I love the ornate bees and a little bit of smaller florals mixed in. And this is just a beautiful color too. Not too strong yellow, just this kind of a soft mustard color. I just love it. The next print is this really awesome, a little bit larger than, you know, we usually see as far as bees, but it just shows how ornate and beautiful these bees are. There is a hint of gold metallic in just a few of the prints. So here it's very subtle. So here you just see it in the wings, which is so cool because the wings kind of look like they're a little bit of see-through. And so I just love that little touch. So it's very, very subtle and not in all of the prints. Then we go into a little bit, you can see in the base, it's a little bit more a darker gold, honey, and I love the hives and the bees and the flowers and everything. So just a kind of a ivory on that gold color. And the 4th gold is a play on one of her classic prints. Gingiber is this texture, but then I love the little bees kind of hiding in there. So a deeper gold, even deeper gold. And so we have this beautiful gradation of golds. And this is a little more subtle, not as much movement. All right, moving into the off-whites or the cream base. Here we have that main print. You see these beautiful flowers, and now you can see there's a little bit of gold in this one. There is no gold in this colorway, but just a little touch on this one. I just love that beautiful dark gold color on the flowers, and then this taupe in the leaves, and just the really cute little bees in there. We have a tone-on-tone cream with some taupe on it. So this is the same print as we have here, just in the tone-on-tone, very subtle, but nice texture. And I love that it's a little bit deeper color so that you have a little bit of a mix in your lights. We have the bees again, but there's black on top. So you'll see we have a shade difference. And then we have this really cute, small, tight floral, and layered with the white and the taupe, and then a little bit darker gray. So builds kind of into these darker colors, gives us a little bit of a bridge. Then we have the 3rd colorway of the beehives. What I love about this is we have a fully tone-on-tone, and then we have the cream on gold, and then we have the opposite. We have the taupe on the black, but then there's also gray in here. So there's really 3 colors in this one, so it gives it more of a depth. So really pretty. And then we have this really, really cute print. Now I'm blanking on this flower. I had it right before I laid this down, but you know, my brain always goes blank when I'm doing these live shows. What are these called? I shouldn't be asking you. They're going to tell me.
You know not
They're
to
going to
ask
tell
me.
me.
Ask the people.
Because, yes, it's the classic flower bulb that blooms right for Easter, before Easter. It's not daffodils. Oh, it's just not coming to my brain. It will.
Who's going to say it first?
It will. Somebody's going to say it first for me. Anyways, we have the 3rd colorway of the bees, and this one you'll see that they have that little gold metallic in them. So the black with the gray specks show in there.
Is this correct?
Lily of the Valley.
Is this correct?
I think it is daffodils. Did I say that? I think I said that.
What is this? Crocus?
I think it's daffodils. It's daffodils. They're just white with a gold center.
Not this?
Thanks, everybody. Wow. I don't even know what that is. But
Okay.
Final print is the all over black, and I just love this. You'll see a little bit of green in the leaves, and you have the dark gold, a little bit of metallic, and it's just beautiful, isn't it? So nice finish off on this whole collection.
Not a lily of the valley?
Well, it could be, because Lily of the Valley is really small. It might be. I don't know. I'm not the flower expert, and I
What's this
also
called?
don't know what
For
the
Cynthia?
designer had in mind. So yeah, see, when I ask you, you got all the answers, but there are too many answers. I love this.
They said daffodils. That's it.
I think, yeah, that's what I said first, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now this is the bundle, 12 different pieces, and then there's an amazing large panel, a 1 yard panel, and it is gorgeous. We decided on the dark background one. You're only seeing a portion of it. But it's a big beehive in the middle, so we're gonna put a photo up in a second, but look at this centerpiece. If this would be a perfect way to practice a little bit of free motion quilting, outlining it, or just, quilt all over it. So I am planning a quilt using this in the middle, but I just love the colors and richness of it, uniqueness. So here's the photo of the whole panel. Do you have that photo in there?
I surely.
It's bee garden panel.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it is beautiful. So
There
it
it
is, yes. Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
That's awesome.
And it is, so tight measurement is like a 1 yard or 36 inches, but you could trim it down to maybe like a 34. But here is my fabric pull for this gorgeous line. I'm starting off on the darker end with my black, so I picked seedlings in the licorice, because it's not a pure black. It is a little bit of a charcoal tone to it, and then there's so much taupe and light gray in here too that these little dots in the seedlings is perfect. So is the canvas in the ebony. So canvas has this really great canvas texture, so that is gray on the black or the charcoal, so it really doesn't feel, you can just see it melts in here perfectly. For a little bit of the lighter tones, like here, you will see that this one is gonna read lighter. So this is Deco Stitch in the Shadow, a great tone to kind of break this up and mix with these darker blacks. For the light tones, I kind of did three layers of the light. So grunge white paper is going to match your lightest background, and that is probably this one and this one. And then the other ones have a lot more cream to it, so Spotted in the Ivory is a great choice. And then just a tad bit darker, I went with Grunge Marble. So it has a little bit more taupe, so you can see it mixes better with this tone and mixes in with this one over here. Then for my golds, I started off with the lightest, the Bumbleberries. English Mustard is perfect for those lightest tones. It also has those layers of darker tones, so it's great. I love this one, Floral Elements Honey Mustard, a great color because it has light and dark in it, so it mixes with any of the colors, especially this one. And then I threw in one a little bit darker, the Cottage Cloth in the Honeycomb, because it has a little bit more brown and has those darker gold elements that you can see in these tones, and then you can see it in the other fabrics, and definitely you can see it in the panel kind of coming through some of those darker tones on the bees. I did add 3 taupey browns and grays because they could be mixed in here. There's quite a bit of those tones in the panel as well. So it would be great to use for maybe narrow borders and things like that. So I'm gonna start with the lightest. So this is Floral Elements Storm Winds. So just a light gray taupe that you can see in some of the leaves in this print and in some of the other ones. So that would be great. storm, what did I say? Storm winds, yeah. Floor element storm winds. If you want it a little bit darker, for example, working better with this print here, the grunge and the grease color, so a little bit darker grays, but mixes in nicely there too. And then if you want a little bit more brown, dry brush, medium brown, has the darker brown tones, so it could flow well in here, or match some of the grays and the bees and the wings. So this is just a beautiful line, and I can't wait to create with it Bee Garden by Gingiber for Moda Fabrics. I just love this. I mean, some of you wanted to see maybe the scale of this panel. So let me just show you, see if I can hold it up. Just the scale, how big hold it up. I'm holding it up in front of me so they can kind of get a feel for it. Maybe they should have my head to compare. So you can see just how gorgeous this is. I can't wait.
Gorge.
Gorge. Are you going to quilt it for me once I get this
Absolutely.
together?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Good, good. Yeah, that is our fabric for today. I am going to be revealing our color club this coming Friday. So not today. We've got to keep our mouths closed a little bit longer about what this month's color for color club is. And now we're already counting down for the first Little Bundle Club to ship, which is not going to be until the end of the month.
Fun.
Until April 1st. April 1st. We've got to wait. Got to wait a little bit longer. All right, so any more questions? Any questions on the fabric or anything? Or retreat, anything come up?
Everybody's
saw
still
some
trying to guess the flower.
Huh? I know.
Star flower.
Maybe I'll have to just contact Moda to get some answers. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we always finish with our giveaway question. So all you got to do is answer this question and you're automatically entered into our giveaway for a $25 gift card. So today my question is, what is your favorite TV show? Current or past or kind of all-time favorite? I don't know. That is a tough one for me. Current favorite, we were enjoying watching The Traitors. Just, yeah, because I love Alan Cummings and it's been interesting. But I have to tell you one show that I just binge watched on the plane because I downloaded all the episodes just because I love medical dramas and, you know, I used to love Grey's Anatomy, ER, all that stuff. There is a show called The Pit on HBO Max. And it's so cool. It takes place in an ER in Pittsburgh and I think I watched 9 episodes, and it all happens in the same day. So you are at the edge of your seats, like literally the whole time.
It's hard to call these shows TV shows now. They're like,
I know, stream shows.
yeah, they're not really.
Well, that one I do recommend. If you do like medical things, I mean, there is quite, you know, they're showing the incisions and all kinds of things. So I know not everybody can watch that, including you, which is why I watched it on the plane. I love that
you
stuff.
can have that one.
I love that stuff. But anyway, so that was my latest real joy.
Everybody's
watch.
going old
It was
school.
unique. So let us know in the comments, and that automatically enters you into our giveaway. Like I said, we have shows coming up right away tomorrow morning. We have our 1 Yard Wednesday at 9:30 Central. So check in for some great deals on fabric, 1 yards. And then Friday, we will be back. That's March 14th at 12 p.m. Central Time. And those of you over maybe in Europe where you don't change your time, we have changed. We have sprung forward. So now it's daylight savings, right?
I don't know. I'm confused.
I'm always confused if that's daylight saving or is that, I'm not sure.
They just stopped doing
Somebody's
it.
going to answer us in the
Stop moving
comments.
clocks around.
Anyway, so now I'm just always telling my family in Iceland, now we're only 5 hours apart when I'm in Minnesota.
When I'm in.
When I'm in, not 6 hours. So Anyways.
Yeah.
So that is Friday. This is 12 p.m. Central. And then, of course, a week from today, we'll be back for a Tipsy Tuesday, March 18th at 4 p.m. Central Time. I hope you join us for our future shows. And those of you coming to join us for 3 full days of retreat, whether it's session 1 or session 2, we cannot wait to spend that time with you. We're going to have so much fun. But that's it for us today. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Step into the groove, it's the place to stay. GE Designs got the Stripology way. Quilting with the beat, you feel that heat. We're the rulers of the strips, every inch so neat. Lay your fabric here, lay it right here. Cut it right there, cut it right there. Precision in the rhythm can't help but stare. From morning to night we cut and we care. Every quilt a masterpiece, nothing can compare. Home of the Stripology, feel that vibe. GE Designs where precision is our vibe. Cut it, slice it, make it so right. Quilters paradise, sewing in the moonlight. Measure once, cut twice, that's the funky rule. Stripology magic, yeah. It's hella cool. Turn that fabric loose, make it strut and stroll. We're jamming with the quilts in control. Oh, everybody now, lift up those strips, Feel the stripology. Adding flair to your life, from edge to edge. We groove through the night, sew it up, show it off with a glorious sight. Home of the Stripology, feel that vibe. GE Designs where precision is our vibe. Cut it, slice it, make it so right. Quilters paradise, sewing in the moonlight. Lay your fabric here, cut it right there. Home of the Stripology, feel that vibe.